Chris Brown's actions and B.B. Chris Brown and B.B. Wine's actions, excuse me, were a sickening affront to all mothers and sisters everywhere. And we should not give them free passes. We gave R. Kelly a free pass. We were foolish with that. I've heard all the jokes. I won't go into the jokes. But, you know, we can't keep giving free passes because domestic violence is destroying our families. A little girl who sees her mother being beaten by a man will never forget her being beaten by a man. And I would offer you as young men, you probably shouldn't beat your sister, your daughter, excuse me. Let your wives do it when you have wives. If you're going to discipline like you used to beat back in the day, let the mother do it. You should never have your daughter have the feeling of another man putting his hands on her. No. That sounds kind of out there. But think about it. If your daughter gets used to a man putting her hands on her, and it's you, and you love her, then the next man that loves her can do it too. And before you know it, nobody's telling you that somebody put their hands on her. You only hear about it. Don't put your hands on any woman. Now, sister, sometimes you make brothers want to hit. And I'm not being funny when I say that, but I've heard brothers, because brothers usually are very men of few words. And you got the ability to make somebody feel like they're that big with your tongue. I mean, next thing you know, he's lower than his high tops. But that still might give him a reason to put his hands on you. And if some of us in here got like getting hit and beat for fun and enjoyment, you might want to get that checked. My last point, my charge to you this evening is to become sentinels. Watchers who will work to keep the light of truth out front and shun the darkness of deception. Eyes that must be mindful and minds that must work and open as needed. You must be an agent of change, and you must shun the media. My last illustration, I want to be quiet. How many of you have seen the movie Menace to Society? Who are the characters in this movie? Anybody remember the character's name? O-Dog, Sharif, O-Dog, Sharif, and Kane, right? Okay, let me show you something real quick. In Islam, the sheriff is Sharif. Sharif is the lawgiver. If you remember in the movie, Sharif is always trying to drop knowledge. He's a message of a black man. He's trying to keep the peace, trying to keep people from going in one another's throat. But the law, or the lawgiver, was shot and killed. Cain is representative of what? If you go back to the Old Testament, what did Cain do? He killed his brother Abel, right? What was Cain doing in the movie? Killed his brother. Either directly or indirectly with the poison he was pushing. Finally, old dog. What do they say about an old dog? You can't teach new tricks. An old dog was nothing but a sloppy, slovenly, thuggish dog throughout the entire movie. If you're going to look at a movie, look into the movie. If you're going to look at Hollywood, look and see what Hollywood's giving you. Because a lot of things that we take for granted and look at the surface, there's a lot more meat under the surface. A lot more good stuff you can get to. Finally, as agents of change, you must, as young people, challenge us older people. Many of us are set in our ways, and we like things status quo. Our paradigm is set. Many of us would never shake up the status quo if we had to, because we like being fat, dumb, happy, and lazy. You got to shake that up. You got to become involved. The most I've seen young people in the last 15 years become engaged was around Barack Obama. And Barack Obama is a symbol of hope, but it's not just him that we must look to. We must also look to one another and the potential of the Barack Obama ideals that all of us possess. I offer to you as I close, Barack Obama may be affronted by a crazy racist who wants to kill him because he's black. But I would offer that he'd probably be more apt to lose his life in a violent act because of ideas and ideology. If you look at John Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, Dr. King, Malcolm X, go back to Marcus Mosiah Garvey, they were either murdered or completely torn down to nothingness because of their ideas. You have the ability to connect to a synergy that Barack Obama is giving out to begin to change the effect of 400 years of violence, to make the deaths of Emmett Till or Sean Bell or countless others not be in vain. You have that charge this evening. Only you can do it. I challenge you, and I hope that in this challenge, you actually see the benefit of turning from violence to peace, because peace ultimately is the way to go. I thank you so much for listening this evening.